Well, child care issues affect both Indiana families and the state's economy. A new study by the Indiana University Public Policy Institute and Early Learning Indiana estimates that Indiana businesses lose some $1.8 billion every year due to child care related work, absenteeism, and turnover. In this week's Eye on Education segment, the president and CEO of Early Learning Indiana, Maureen Weber, is here now to break down the numbers of the study released this week and also share some potential remedies. And Maureen, welcome to the program.
Thanks so much.
Big week for you and the organization. You had a summit that I actually participated in as well. And really at that summit, you released the results of this IU Public Policy Institute study focused on the economics of a lack of quality child care. And the numbers really were striking.
They are astounding. And, you know, we've long understood the influence that high quality early care and education has on individual children's lives. What we were interested to learn is what impact is it having on our economy right now and Indiana's ability to recruit qualified workers. And what we found was that the impact is dramatic, both for businesses themselves, for the economy at large, and then ultimately for our tax coffers as well.
Yeah, some of those numbers include overall statewide $1.8 billion in impact to businesses. And something that struck me as well, Maureen, was the impact not just in the big metro areas, but in smaller communities and smaller areas. Park County, for example, in west central Indiana, the economic impact of business pegged at $3.3 million.
That's exactly right. You know, and as we travel the state, we hear from people who think that this is an urban challenge or a rural problem. And the fact of the matter is this study shows that it's both. It's affecting us in all corners of the state.
Talk about, if you will, because certainly early childhood education is getting a lot of attention, in particular in the business community over the last several years. Is this part of an effort on your part to really, I guess, extend that narrative, to tell the story of the real impact of lack of early learning opportunities?
That's exactly right. You know, I think businesses have been invested in our work because they understand the impact on their workforce long term. We know that children who have access to high quality early care and education reap benefits in terms of their academic achievement over their lifetime, lack of access to social services, and then ultimately their productivity in the workforce themselves. So we have a lot of attention from businesses because of that. We think that this will help us kind of continue that conversation and help them understand how it's impacting their workforce today.
As we were talking off camera too, you bring up the point that it's kind of multi-generational. So the young people, there's an impact, but for the parents as well.
That's exactly right. You know, there are a few investments that we can make that can have that sort of two-generational impact, and this is one of them. We can secure our future while also helping to improve our status quo and getting more workers on the field. Okay,
this is a budget writing session of the Indiana General Assembly. It's a big issue. It has been the last several sessions. The On My Way pre-K program now in about 20 counties. What's your expectation? I know you hope to expand it.
That's exactly right. You know, the Indiana General Assembly has shown a commitment to early care and education in recent years through the On My Way pre-K program, and we're hopeful that they will continue to look at ways to expand that. And then also to bring other stakeholders like businesses to the table to think about how we solve this issue statewide.
All right. It is a big issue, early childhood education. We'll hear a lot about it in the coming months at the State House. Maureen Weber, the president and CEO of Early Learning Indiana, thanks very much.
Thank you.
All right.